"Don't come home. Your sister doesn't want you there," my parents said. Years later, at my wedding, I discovered the real reason they kept me away, and the truth destroyed everything they'd built. My name is Daniel Foster. I'm 31 years old, and this is the story of how my family told me I wasn't wanted for 8 years, how I built a life without them, and how my wedding day exposed a lie so massive it shattered our entire family in front of 100 witnesses. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. Middle-class family. My dad, Thomas Foster, was a bank manager. My mom, Patricia, was a high school counselor. Normal childhood. Or so I thought. I had one younger sister, Madison. She was 3 years younger. Growing up, we were close. Typical sibling stuff. Some fighting, some bonding, nothing unusual. Everything changed when I turned 23. It was November 2016. I'd just graduated college, got a job offer in Seattle, tech company, software developer, good salary, fresh start. I called my parents to share the news. "Hey Dad, I got a job offer in Seattle, really good opportunity. I'm thinking about taking it," I said excitedly. "Seattle? That's across the country," my dad said slowly. "I know, but it's a great company, good pay. I think it's the right move," I explained. "Hold on, let me get your mother," he replied. I heard muffled conversation. Then my mom came on. "Daniel, your father told me about Seattle. That's very far away," my mom said carefully. "I know, Mom, but it's a great opportunity. I can visit for holidays," I assured her. "Actually, honey, we need to talk to you about something. Can you come over tomorrow?" my mom asked, her voice strange. "Sure. What's going on?" I questioned. "We'll talk tomorrow. Come around noon," she said, and hung up. I drove to their house the next day, found both parents sitting in the living room, serious expressions. "Okay, what's this about?" I asked, sitting down. My dad cleared his throat. "Daniel, your sister, Madison, has been struggling lately." "Struggling how?" I said, confused. "Emotionally, mentally. She's been seeing a therapist, and some things came up in her sessions. About you," my mom explained. "About me? What about me?" I demanded. "Madison feels overshadowed by you. She says growing up everything was about your achievements, your grades, your college acceptance, your job offers. She feels like she's been living in your shadow," my dad said. "What? That's not true. You guys celebrated her stuff too," I started. "That's not how she experienced it," my mom interrupted. "Her therapist says she has anxiety and depression related to sibling comparison. It's affecting her badly." "I'm sorry she feels that way, but what does that have to do with me moving to Seattle?" I asked. My parents exchanged a look. "Her therapist suggested that some distance might help, that Madison needs space to develop her own identity without constant comparison to you," my dad said carefully. "So you want me to move to Seattle?" I said slowly. "We think it might be good, for Madison, to let her breathe," my mom confirmed. Something felt off, but I loved my sister. If she was struggling, I wanted to help. "Okay, I'll take the Seattle job. I was leaning that way anyway," I told them. "There's one more thing," my dad said. "Madison's therapist thinks it would be best if you limited contact for a while. Let her have some space to heal." "Limited contact? What does that mean?" I questioned. "Don't come home for holidays this year. Let Madison have Thanksgiving and Christmas without the stress of comparison. Just for this year, to give her breathing room," my mom explained. "You're asking me not to come home for the holidays?" I said, stunned. "Just this year. It's temporary. To help your sister," my dad said. I felt hurt, but they made it sound like I was the problem, like my presence was damaging Madison. "Fine. If it helps her, fine," I agreed reluctantly. I moved to Seattle in December 2016. Thanksgiving came. I didn't go home. Spent it alone in my apartment. Christmas came. Same thing. I called Madison once. She answered but sounded distant. "Hey, Maddie, just checking in. How are you doing?" I asked. "I'm fine," she said curtly. "Mom and Dad said you were struggling. I wanted you to know I'm here if you need to talk," I told her. "I don't need anything from you, Daniel. Just stay where you are," Madison said and hung up. That stung. Months passed, then a year. Every time I asked about visiting, my parents made excuses. "Madison's still working through things. Her therapist says she's not ready," my mom would say. "When will she be ready?" I'd ask. "We don't know. These things take time." 2 years became 3. 3 became 5. By 2021, I'd been away 5 years. I'd seen my family once, a brief coffee meeting with my parents in Denver when they were passing through on a trip. No Madison. They said she wasn't ready to see me. I built a life in Seattle, made friends, dated, got promotions. In 2022, I met Elena. She was brilliant, kind, a graphic designer. We fell hard and fast. We got engaged in 2023. I called my parents to tell them. "Mom, I'm engaged. Her name's Elena. We're getting married next June in Seattle. I'd love for you to come." "And Madison," I said. Silence. "Mom, did you hear me?" I asked. "That's wonderful, honey. Congratulations," my mom said, but her voice was flat. "Will you come? All of you?" I pressed. "We'll have to see. Madison's still... It's complicated," my mom replied. "It's been 8 years. 8 years since I've been home, since I've seen my sister. When does this end?" I said, frustration rising. "Daniel, please don't make this harder. Madison's mental health is more important than my entire life? Than my wedding? I'm getting married, Mom. I want my family there," I interrupted. "Let me talk to your father. We'll see what we can do," my mom said, and hung up. I sent a formal invitation. To my parents, to Madison. 2 weeks later, I got RSVPs. My parents regretfully decline. Madison, no response. My fiancée Elena found me staring at them. "They're not coming?" she asked gently. "No," I said quietly. "I'm sorry, babe. Have you ever thought about going to Charlotte? Confronting this head on?" Elena suggested. "They told me not to. That my presence makes Madison worse," I explained. "That was 8 years ago. Maybe things have changed. Maybe it's time to stop waiting for permission," Elena said. She was right. 2 weeks before the wedding, I flew to Charlotte. Didn't tell my parents, just showed up. Drove to their house. Same house I grew up in. Knocked on the door. My mom answered. Her face went pale. "Daniel? What are you doing here?" she asked, shocked. "I'm here to see my sister, and to ask you both why you're not coming to my wedding," I stated firmly. "This isn't a good time," my mom started. "It's been 8 years, Mom. It's never a good time. I'm done waiting," I interrupted. My dad appeared behind her. "Daniel, you should have called. So you could tell me not to come?" "No, I'm here. Where's Madison?" I demanded. "She's not here," my mom said quickly. "Where is she?" I asked. "She moved out. Has her own place," my dad replied. "Give me her address. I'm going to see her," I said. "Daniel, please. Her therapist," my mom tried again. "Stop. Just stop. Her therapist, her mental health, her needs. For 8 years, it's been about Madison. What about me? What about my life? My wedding? When do I matter?" I said, my voice breaking. "You matter, honey." My mom reached for me. "Then act like it. Give me her address, or I'll find it myself," I stated. My dad sighed, pulled out his phone, wrote down an address. She works from home most days. She should be there, he said quietly. I drove to Madison's apartment. North Side, Charlotte. Nice complex. Knocked on apartment 3B. Madison opened the door. She looked fine. Healthy. Not at all like someone who'd been in mental health crisis for 8 years. Daniel? She said, genuinely shocked. Hi, Maddie, I said. What are you doing here? She asked, but she didn't seem upset, just confused. Can I come in? We need to talk, I requested. She hesitated, then nodded. Let me inside. Her apartment was beautiful, professionally decorated, expensive furniture, art on the walls. Nice place, I observed. Thanks, I'm an interior designer. I do well, Madison replied. Interior designer? That's great, Maddie, I said genuinely. We sat down. Awkward silence. I'm getting married. In 2 weeks. In Seattle. I wanted to invite you myself, I told her. I got your invitation, Madison said quietly. But you didn't respond, I pointed out. I didn't know what to say, she admitted. How about yes or no? How about acknowledging your brother's existence after 8 years? I said, hurt evident in my voice. Madison looked down. It's complicated. That's what Mom keeps saying. What's complicated? What did I do that was so terrible you can't even see me? I demanded. You didn't do anything, Madison said softly. Then what? Your therapist? Your mental health? Your need for space? I listed. Madison looked up sharply. My therapist? What therapist? I froze. The therapist Mom and Dad told me about. The one treating your anxiety and depression about living in my shadow. Madison stared at me. I've never had a therapist, and I've never had anxiety about living in your shadow. The room went silent. What? I said slowly. Daniel, I don't know what Mom and Dad told you, but I never said you overshadowed me. I never asked you to stay away. I've been wondering for 8 years why you abandoned us, Madison revealed. My heart was pounding. They told me you needed space, that your therapist said my presence was damaging you. I don't have a therapist. I never did, Madison repeated. Then why have they been keeping me away? I asked, confused. Madison stood up, walked to a desk, pulled out a folder. I didn't know if I should show you this, but maybe you need to see it, she said. She handed me papers, bank statements, legal documents. What is this? I questioned. Grandma Helen's will. She died in 2015, remember? Madison said. Yeah, of course. Right before I moved to Seattle, I confirmed. She left money. A lot of money. $600,000, split between us. $300,000 each, Madison explained. I never got anything. Mom and Dad never mentioned, I started, because they told me you didn't want your share, that you were successful in Seattle and wanted me to have it. All $600,000, Madison interrupted. I felt sick. They told you I gave you my inheritance? Yes, and they've been managing it as my trustee since 2016. Except, Madison trailed off. Except what? I pressed. Except I started asking questions last year. Wanted to access the money to buy a house. They kept making excuses. Finally, I hired a lawyer. Found out there's only $80,000 left. They've been spending it. For 8 years. On themselves, Madison said, her voice shaking. The truth hit me like a truck. They lied. About everything. There was no therapist. No mental health crisis. They made it all up to keep me away so I wouldn't find out about the inheritance, I said, the pieces falling into place. I only figured it out 6 months ago. I've been trying to decide what to do, whether to tell you. I was scared you'd think I was part of it, Madison admitted. Why didn't you reach out? I asked. Because they told me you wanted nothing to do with us, that you'd made it clear you were done with the family. I thought you hated us, Madison said, tears in her eyes. I thought you hated me, I replied. We sat there, 2 siblings who'd been manipulated for 8 years, kept apart by lies. Come to my wedding, I said. Please, be my sister again. I'll be there, Madison promised. June 2024, my wedding day, Seattle. Beautiful venue overlooking Puget Sound. 100 guests, friends, co-workers, Elena's family. Madison came. Flew in 2 days early. We spent time catching up. 8 years of lost time we'd never get back. Our parents were not invited. I'd called them after talking to Madison. "How could you?" I'd asked them. "Daniel, you don't understand," my dad had started. "You stole from us. You lied to us. You kept us apart for 8 years so we wouldn't discover what you'd done. There's nothing to understand," I'd said. "We were going to pay it back," my mom had tried. "No, you weren't. You were hoping we'd never find out. Your invitation to my wedding is revoked. Don't come, don't call, we're done," I'd stated and hung up. The wedding was perfect. Elena was stunning. Madison stood on my side as my best woman. During the reception, Madison gave a speech. "I lost my brother for 8 years, she began. "Not because of distance, not because of anything we did, but because 2 people we trusted betrayed us both. Daniel, I'm sorry for the time we lost, but I'm grateful for the time we have now. Welcome to the family, Elena. Thank you for reminding my brother what family is supposed to look like." There wasn't a dry eye in the room. After the wedding, Madison and I hired lawyers, sued our parents for the stolen inheritance. The case was straightforward. They'd been trustees. They'd spent money that wasn't theirs. They settled rather than go to trial. We got $400,000 back, split it evenly, $200,000 each. It wasn't the full amount, but it was justice. Our parents tried to reconcile, sent letters, emails, voicemails. Madison and I made a joint decision. We're done. They made their choice when they lied to us, when they stole from us, when they kept us apart to cover their crime. Here's what I learned. Some people will destroy relationships to hide their sins. My parents didn't just steal money. They stole 8 years of my relationship with my sister. That's unforgivable. I also learned that blood doesn't make family. Loyalty does. Madison and I are rebuilding, slowly, carefully, but honestly. That's more valuable than any inheritance. Most importantly, always question narratives that isolate you from people you love. For 8 years, I believed my presence hurt my sister. I never questioned it, never verified it. I should have. Trust, but verify. Always. Some lies are too big to forgive, and sometimes cutting off toxic people, even parents, is the healthiest choice you can make. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and tell me which country you're watching from. I love hearing from all of you. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss these powerful stories about family, betrayal, justice, and finding your way back to what truly matters. New story every single day that will make you think, feel, and connect. See you in the next one. Take care.